Good day, everyone. Today, we are to present the visual model of one of the most iconic works of modern Philippine architecture, the Church of the Holy Sacrifice by national artist Leandro Locsin. As we assemble and explain our model, we will explore the architect's background, his design philosophy, and the architectural innovations that make this structure a true masterpiece of modern Filipino identity. Leandro Locsin was born on August 15, 1928, in Silay City, Negros Occidental. Before becoming an architect, he first pursued music, a background that shaped the rhythm, balance, and harmony we see in his architectural works. He later transferred to architecture at the University of Santo Tomas, graduating in 1953, and continued to set up Leandro Locsin and Partners in 1955. Locsin's architectural philosophy is summed up in simplicity, proportion, and spatial poetry. He believed that modern architecture must reflect the Filipino spirit and tropical context, not just be a mimic of Western models. He favored reinforced concrete for its sculptural potential, using it to define form, space, and structure as one continuous entity. Because of this mastery in expressing space and volume, he was labeled the poet of space. His works express the constant search of balance between the huge and the light, the modern and the traditional, the global and the local.
Throughout his prolific career, Locsin designed over 80 major buildings. Among the most notable are the Philippine International Convention Center, which is the PICC, which introduced brutalist architecture to the Philippines through both geometric form and raw concrete surfaces. The second one is the Cultural Center of the Philippines, which is the CCP, known for its massive cantilever structure that appears to float above the ground, symbolizing the uplifting Filipino culture, and of course, to his first major commission now in discussion, the Church of the Holy Sacrifice at the University of the Philippines, Diliman, which we are modeling and studying today.
Now, as we focus on the church, we begin with its overall circular plan. As we place the base of our model, we can see how Locsin departed from the traditional longitudinal church layout. The centralized form reflects unity and inclusiveness, with the congregation encircling the altar placed at the very center, symbolizing the equality of all worshippers before God. Following this, there is the dome structure, the technical and artistic innovation. It is a reinforced concrete thin-shell dome, only 10 centimeters thick, supported by peripheral columns placed along the edges of the building. It gives an interior free of columns, thus creating a continuous and free spatial experience, unparalleled expression of structural ingenuity for modernity. While at the crown of the dome is a circular skylight that admits natural daylight and emphasizes the altar as the spiritual focal point. On its top will go the triangular bell tower, pushing upward and in with a suspended crucifix it hangs. This architectural gesture creates a vertically direct axis that connects earth and sky, structure and spirit. The whole system is a display of mastery over form and structure, light, and architecture that breathes and invites, uplifts. What makes the Church of the Holy Sacrifice even more remarkable is that it is a collaboration among 5 national artists, a convergence of architecture, sculpture, and painting in one sacred space. Leandro Locsin designed the structure itself. Napoleon Abueva sculpted the altar base and the double-sided crucifix. Arturo Luz designed the floor pattern, representing the journey of humanity towards salvation. And painters Vicente Manansala and Ang Kyoko created the Stations of the Cross. Through this unity of disciplines, we experience a true Gesamtkunstwerk, a total work of art where every element contributes to the spiritual atmosphere of the space.
In 2005, the Church of the Holy Sacrifice was declared both a National Historical Landmark and a cultural treasure. It was recognized as a masterpiece of the Filipino ancestry and ingenuity. Rightfully so, it was the first circular church in the Philippines and the first to have a thin-shell concrete dome, a breakthrough in its time. More importantly, it provided a framework for how contemporary architecture could be unquestionably in faith, community, and climate without losing integrity. The design is also embodied with a passive environment strategies, maximizing natural lighting, and cross-ventilation showing Locsin sensitives to the tropical environment.
As we look at the finished model, we appreciate not only its structural and formal innovation, but also its spirit. We see how the church stands as a pure expression of modern Filipino identity. Its openness mirrors their communal way of worship and their connection to nature. Its simplicity of materials, primarily raw concrete, reflects Filipino modesty and resilience. And its circular symmetry conveys equality, participation, and unity, values deeply rooted in our culture. Through Locsin's vision, we are reminded that architecture is not merely about constructing shelter. It is about shaping experience, expressing culture, and inspiring the human spirit. Thank you.